Hello, and welcome back to the Hot Action Podcast. And this is it. The final video of the year. We made it. We are at the big game. The superb owl, as it were. The Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. I'm not a rights holder. But either way, we're here. There's not a lot to review from last week. We got most of our stuff right. We nailed it on the 49ers will win but not cover bet. We also nailed it on the Chiefs will win bet. Chiefs win and cover. We're just betting on the script over here. It's unfortunate that we have to admit it, but I think after this whole year, I didn't realize until late in the year, but the NFL's scripted, and that will inform my picks later this week. We will be, we basically just reviewed last week already, and we are going to preview the Super Bowl, and then we're going to take a look maybe at some props we might like to tangle with. So basically, we got the whole slate right here. One game for all the marbles. Winner takes it all. We got ourselves a 2-point spread. We got the 49ers and the Chiefs. Two great teams, as much as it pains me to say. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to start previewing, or we're going to have to start making picks pretty quick here. And I'll make my pick, and then I'll give you my rationale. We are taking the Chiefs to win. We are taking the Chiefs +2. And we are taking under 47.5 points. So the rationale here is you've got the better quarterback and the better coach on the Chiefs. That is a way I like to bet. You are getting points, or you're getting, good odds on your money. This game is incredibly close. And much respect to the 49ers, they've been favorites in every game this year. So if you wanted to bet on them, you had to give up points or take poor odds, whatever, every single game. Now, the thing I know about the 49ers is they've got so much more to lose here. And Shanahan has been known to crumble under pressure. I do not predict that will be a problem for the Chiefs. And for this reason, I will be taking the Chiefs. The thing that gives me the most pause to say this is the Chiefs kind of got away with one last week. Baltimore failed to remember that they are one of the best running offenses in the whole of the NFL. And they kind of seemingly forgot to run the ball, which is really disappointing when you consider Kansas City only put up 17 points in that game. I believe that, there was no point of the game until the, vanishing final moments where Baltimore was truly out of it, yet they hunted for big plays, and I believe they kind of screwed themselves. And I do not think that the 49ers are going to do that. I think they will hammer the rock. They will run the ball. CMC is going to be getting all the touches. I do, however, think, Brock Purdy, he deserves his flowers. I was a huge skeptic at the beginning of the year, and now I have to admit that he's at least pretty good. He can do what is needed to win games. That being said, this Chiefs defense will be troubling. Their secondary is pretty good. They're making plays. Pass rush is getting after it. And the 49ers D is no slouch either. I just think that Patrick Mahomes will manage to slice and dice them slowly, kind of, Joe Montana style. Yeah, so with all that in mind, two solid defenses. We're taking the under here. Both these offenses on their day can, do some damage. I don't feel great about the under. I feel pretty strongly about the Chiefs and money line and with the point spread. And let's take a look at some props here. So we're going to go here to player props. I think I like an anytime McCaffrey touchdown. I like an anytime Kelsey touchdown. I think these are the most likely guys to score. And I don't mind the quarterbacks to score either. These are pretty nice, actually. Patrick Mahomes to score plus 400. Who else do we like here? Certainly, I think Isaiah Pacheco to score minus 120 is not bad. Brock Purdy to score plus 600, I don't mind either. They don't like to run it in with him much, though, because of you got Mr. CMC. What else do we like here? I believe, oh yeah, let's go to the MVP odds. So, my number one guy right here, Patrick Mahomes, 125. You take that money and run. It feels almost, it's basically the same odds as the Chiefs winning, I believe. And then after Patrick Mahomes, I like only 49ers because basically the way I imagine it is if the Chiefs win, Mahomes is the guy. He's taking home the MVP. But if he doesn't, or if the Chiefs do not win, I think McCaffrey at plus 400, Nick Bosa at 6,600, and Fred Warner at plus 15,000. That's worth a taste, I think. The Fred Warner at plus 15,000 looks like a taste to me. See if there's anything. I'm loving some of these long shots. Mecole Hardman plus 50,000. Love that. Sam Darnold plus 20,000. These are all great. But yeah, I tend to not think that any of the wide receivers or Travis Kelce will win. McCaffrey has an outside chance. Purdy has a pretty good chance if the 49ers win. But I tend to actually think that if the 49ers win, it will be because of a massive Christian McCaffrey performance. That is, my true heartfelt belief that the way to beat the Chiefs is to keep pounding the rock. They're not great at defending it. Teams fall all over themselves to lose to this Chiefs team, though. I don't know what it is. They lose their minds, and we can't. I wouldn't bet against that happening again for whatever reason. What other props do we like? I mean, there's plenty of player props. Each one should be kind of individually examined. The the way to think about that type of thing is it's you imagine, if the game were played multiple times, how many times would this prop hit versus how many times would it fail to hit? And if the odds on offer are, better than what you imagine the odds of the prop are, it's a worthwhile bet. And then all the over-under stuff tends to be 50-50, designed to be 50-50. Most of it, the juice tends to end up on the over side, aka people are betting more on overs than unders. So oftentimes you can find a lot of value just betting unders on the individual player props like yards totals. Will they score a touchdown? Most of the skill position players will not score a touchdown in this game, unless it's a, extremely rare high scoring game. Usually the Super Bowl tends to be less high scoring. This might be the exception, but I wouldn't bet on it. I would bet on it being relatively medium to low scoring game. Both the offenses are good, but again, both the defenses are pretty shut down. So I would, take unders. Most of the individual rushing yards, most of the individual receiving yards props are good to hit an under on. Find the overs that you like and bet on those if you feel like it. But, find me betting the unders. I told you the guys I like to score. I told you who I like for MVP. Told you who I think will win the game. So with that in mind, I think that's it. Super Bowl's coming up in a week. This is the last video of the football season. I will be back for next year's football season, and probably between then and now, I'll find some other stuff to talk about in terms of sports betting or just whatever kind of betting. We'll be building our bankroll in the off season, and certainly if I get a lot of this stuff that I talked about right in this video, I will post something to do a little victory lap. But yeah, anyone who's been watching since week 1 or before week 1 actually, I'd just like to say thank you. I appreciate everyone who has hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, commented, watched videos, supported me all the way through. I appreciate it tremendously. This has been a lot of fun. Even if I'm putting up a terrible year gambling, I promise to do better next year. The playoffs are redeeming me a bit. That being said, the sheer volume of bad bets I made earlier on makes it very difficult to come out of the hole. And again, thank you all. This has been a great year. See you later. Peace.